Awesome. So welcome to the bonus lecture of how to use Facebook Live. Now, this is going to be more than just how to use Facebook Live. This is going to be why you should be using Facebook Live, and also some examples that I'd love you to go through and be inspired by using Facebook's relatively new feature, not crazy new, back in 2016, but it's still starting to kick off. And a lot of people do think that this is the way that the future, the way that technology and the way that Facebook and social media are trending to more instantaneous, live, and very much video format. So why you should be using Facebook Live is because Facebook's newsfeed algorithm, which we've gone through, favors live videos. And this is because it's a relatively new feature and they're trying to push it out. If you've got an important message to get out, this is likely a better option than a traditional text update. So you can actually use this similar to any other sort of post that we went through. We went through the 4 strongest forms of posts, but this is a bonus one. This is one that will definitely be used more and more as we progress through the years on Facebook, and be one that you'd be really benefited from getting into and getting skilled at early on. So like we were saying, they have very high engagement rates for Facebook Live. So you can see this is a live that I did to my entrepreneur mastermind, and we had over 247 comments from just about a 20-minute live video, and we had about 300 or 400 people actually jump on and watch this out of just a couple of thousand being in the entire group. Now this is a live. There's a big difference. You can go live in your group and you can go live on your Facebook page. Now the best way that I recommend you do it is you go live on your Facebook page and you promote the link through your group. So you're pushing everybody back to your Facebook page. So one of the most amazing opportunities Facebook Live offers is the ability to engage with your followers with reactions, comments, and viewer numbers shown in real time. You can prompt responses by asking and answering questions in your broadcast. Now, this is really big. You can see I've highlighted asking and answering questions in your broadcast. So you can see we did a question and answer session here, which means it was a very high engagement. People asking questions, we're answering them for them live. And what it did, and I should go through this in just a second with you, is it really did help build trust and grow our page. And then it also helped us sell our products. Now, the big key about answering and asking questions is it builds a lot of trust. Imagine if you get one-on-one support from the founder of a business or a brand over a live video chat. You're going to have instantaneous trust in them. And if they're helping you out, if they're giving you value, you're going to feel the need to reciprocate that value and give it back to them. So what we need to do before you go live in your group or before you go live on your Facebook page is, like every single piece of content we've put out, you really need to define your purpose. So if you don't have a purpose of going live, well, then you're not really sure what you're going to do when you are live. Don't know what the call to actions are going to be. You don't know what you want your people who are on watching you, waiting for you to do something. You don't know what you're going to be doing. So similar to everything else that I've taught you in this course, you need to first define the purpose of every little thing, and it needs to be in line with your overarching purpose. So for something like going live, it could be you need to build more trust. And once you have more trust with your fans and more trust with your followers, you're going to be able to sell them easier down the line. So you could be answering their questions from it. Could just be 100% giving value. You might try to grow your page. So you might prompt people to share. You might prompt people to jump on and ask questions and engage in your live so that their friends can see that they're on live with you and then find your page. You might be trying to directly sell your products to a live. This could be a hard call to action. This could be a promotional, the 10 to 20% of posts you put out. It could be on a live video. Or it could be trying to direct your traffic somewhere. It could be like, hey, check out this new blog post that you want people to read and then build extra trust with that extra touch point. There's a new podcast out. There's a new video out. Don't forget to like my this other page that I run or something. It could be a directing of traffic call to action as well. So you need to define that before you go live. Then when you are live, there's 3 keys to a successful live. So the 3 phases of a live. The first is going to be the hook and the story gap. Now, when you first get on live, you're going to want to wait a little bit because there's going to be a lag time before when you first go live. You're only going to have a handful of people on until people start getting that notification on their phone. They start getting it on their Facebook page. They start getting the Chrome notifications, and people start flooding in. But you want to give it about 2 to 3 minutes before you actually start giving the value and before you start telling the story that you want to tell, whatever it is that you're presenting up there. make sure you wait until the bulk majority of people are on to watch you, because otherwise you'll just be wasting that and people come on halfway through and they won't know what's happening and they're less likely to stay. So the hook and the story gap is critical in order to get those first few people who are on to go through that waiting period, to wait it out and wait for something. So you want to make sure there's a very clear hook or story gap, such as, hey, we're about to go live, wait on it for a couple of minutes. We're going to give you the 2 top tips to grow your Facebook page without using ads or something like that. And everyone's like, oh, I would love to have that knowledge. So therefore I'm going to stay on, I'm going to wait. And you're like, oh, I can't wait to give you these 2 tips. You basically hook them in with that story gap. They're like, what are these 2 tips? Or it could be like the number 1 mistake that I bet you're making with your YouTube advertising. That could be the hook of the story gap. Everyone's like, well, I do YouTube advertising. What mistake am I making? This guy is very smart, but he thinks I'm making a mistake. So you want to make sure you hook people in and story gap them in. And you also want to put that hook in the title of your Facebook Live if you can. Now, the next thing, the value. What value are you giving? Remember, Facebook and the business and the whole world is about trading value. Now, you want to be giving as much value as you can so you can get as much value as possible back. So what value are you giving? Are you giving them tips? Are you giving them strategies? Are you asking their questions for you? Are you doing live educational presentations? You need to know what the value you are giving. And we're going to go through a couple of live examples. And then, of course, once you've given the value, you can then receive the value back in the call to action. What call to action do you want them to have? And that will be in line with the definition of your page purpose. Now, don't rush this call to action. A lot of people feel a little bit nervous and a little bit shy actually having a call to action. And taking value from the Facebook Live. You've given value and you want to make sure that you're believing in your business, and therefore you can comfortably sit there and be excited to have a call to action or sell something to these people. Don't rush it. Don't feel like you're putting pressure on people. People can leave if they want, and just be friendly and smiley. So once you know the 3 phases, here are the top 3 tips that are going to help people stay on and help you boost that engagement. Because the cool thing about these lives too is after you've gone live, that recording will be posted on your page for everyone else to watch in a replay form, which is incredible. It's a very powerful tool because even after you've stopped going live, people can still go through and watch it. So the top 3 tips for live is smile and relax. Make sure you're comfortable there. If it's the first time, you don't have to be completely relaxed, but just act as if you're on the phone to a friend. And a good thing that I do when I start recording or put my face on a screen is I ask myself, how can I be most helpful to these people? And it takes the spotlight off me and puts it onto the people that I'm trying to help and people I'm trying to teach. So make sure you smile, relax, and ask yourself, how can I be more helpful to these people? Make sure you create anticipation in advance. So this is an interesting strategy where you can actually have the live scheduled at a certain time. It might be Sunday at 12 p.m. And then on Friday and Saturday, you make a post in the group and you get that in anticipation. Like, we're going live to answer this question, or we're going live to show you this solution. And you want to make sure you build that anticipation so people are waiting for you to go live, and therefore more people are going to go on when you are live. And the more people are on, the more people Facebook are going to show you being live too. So it's going to really snowball and get that momentum behind it. And then lastly, this is the only opportunity you really get to call people by name live. So when people are commenting, people asking questions, make sure you're using their name. They're going to feel like they're personally being spoken to, and they're going to stick around and help you with that momentum. Now, we're going to jump into a couple of live examples, which I've attached to the end of this video. One of them is Martha Stewart, and you'll be able to see she has many call to actions, many things she's giving of value. You'll be able to watch and go through this whole thing. She also has a couple of hooks in there. I want you to watch that. And then the second one is the ASPCA. Just go ahead and watch it and take some notes. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You can fast forward through them, but I just wanted to give you a couple of examples of really well-run Facebook Lives and how they're using it to promote their brand. Now, what you'll notice in both of these is it doesn't have to be 100% on brand. Remember, what you're putting out there, the content you're putting out there, only really needs to be around your niche. It does not need to be specifically about your product, specifically about exactly what you teach. You can create awareness in the community You can go and help people. You can do anything. And as long as it's vaguely related to your niche or brand, you're welcome to do it on live. So let's jump into these couple of examples. Feel free to skip through parts to parts. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but it'd be really cool if you can get a couple of great examples before you go live on your page.
Hi everybody, it's Martha Stewart with Kevin Sharkey, your old friend Kevin. Hi Kevin. Hi. And today we are very excited because we have a very interesting bunch of projects for you to decorate your home for the holidays. And we're using all kinds of beautiful, beautiful things that are available exclusively. It's the Martha Stewart collection, exclusively available at the Home Depot. You know that we've had so many thousands of products at the Home Depot over the years, and this year we're especially happy with the way our Christmas collections have turned out. They're very colorful and very beautiful, and there's lots of good features in each of the collections.
And we have it's two styles too, so it depends on what your preference is. We have a collection of
red and silver and bronze.
Red and silver and bronze is Winter Tidings. And then we have, well, we're going to get to that. I'll tell you about that when we get there. But
okay.
Winter Tidings is what we're talking about now. And it looks really great with a traditional home. It's sort of an updated take on traditional holiday colors. We have sort of this gunmetal gray, and there's a little bit of copper in there. So it sort of looks like really something cute. A little bit new.
And this wreath, the Christmas tree wreath, is not available to buy, but it is available to make. And you make it with one of our garlands. The same garland that is going around the doorway is used to create that charming, charming Christmas tree wreath. And I know all of you like to do some projects yourself. You can buy wreaths, of course, but it's also fun to create something that's unusual. Last year we did the star wreath, and that was a very, very popular project. So take one 8-foot piece of lattice. This is available. This is just this plain pine lattice available, of course, at the Home Depot. And if you make 2 pieces the same length, we've cut it into 2 feet 3 inches long, and one that's 1 foot 8 inches long. And you can just use that lattice. It's painted on 2 sides, and not painted on 2. And put all of them in a little stack. I have them here clamped down with a clamp, and using a 1/4-inch bit on your drill, on your nice handheld drill. This is available, again, at the Home Depot. You can just drill right through. Now watch this, Kevin. Kevin's afraid of tools.
Well, after
like
last year,
what,
yeah.
What happened? I forget what happened.
The drill was going in the opposite direction.
Oh my goodness.
And I was holding the ball that it was going on.
Am I through?
Not yet. There we are.
There I am, through now. And so you just drill and do the other end also, but we have it already done. So now, make sure you can do the top.
Okay.
Put in the bolts this way, and then the little nut underneath, the little wing nut. You know all this, right? Wing nuts,
I do, as a
bolts.
result of this afternoon. I didn't know what a wing nut
Kevin's
was.
not the handyman that you would hope.
Or that you would expect by looking at me, right?
Well, I hope. I always hope that people are
Well, I mean,
can do things for me. I need help. I need help.
You're hardly helpless.
I know, but you know, sometimes I want just somebody else to do it once in a while.
I always call you when I don't know the name
Okay,
of the tool.
finish that one.
Okay.
And then you need these zip ties. They come in different colors. Did you know? Not just white, not just clear, but you can also get them in green so that you're not going to see them when you do your evergreen around them. So we have an evergreen right there. It's, you know, that's the top. And we've divided it in half, right there.
Right.
And so that's going to go at the tippy top here. See
Want me
that?
to hold?
Yeah, see? And then this gets all arranged, and you're going to fluff this all up after you get it all zip tied on.
That's my favorite part. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. You do like.
I'm a good fluffer.
Yeah. So just pull this through.
There's a right side and a wrong side for those to pull it through. I
Yep,
figured
yeah.
that out.
Indeed.
So the smooth side is what you stick it into.
Yes. And you pull it. You have to pull it because I have a sore thumb.
How'd you guys sort them?
I don't know. I just got a sore thumb. There, see?
So that's half of it?
Yep, and then when you finish, you just fluff everything. This goes all the way around. It's measured exactly right, so this goes around like that. You don't have to do any more, because we have one pretty much done right here. And look how great it looks. I adore this project.
So Martha, someone's asking where are these available?
Oh, where is what available?
The greenery.
Well, the greenery is available at the Home Depot. All this is Martha Stewart product exclusively at the Home Depot. So rush over because, you know,
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah, it's going already. I mean, it's no matter how much we order and put in the stores, there's always nothing left over at the end of the season. So
When do you start decorating for Christmas?
well,
Really?
Oh no, not until after Thanksgiving. I am not putting up anything until after.
I can testify to
But
that.
I'm going to have a big Christmas party, so guess
my
what?
birthday.
On Kevin's birthday. I can't wait. We're going to have, I think what I'm going to do is have one buffet of just birthday cakes for you.
Oh, I love that idea.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Excellent. That'll be so much fun.
Yeah, Christmas birthday
My
cakes.
35th birthday.
Oh my gosh.
That's
So I
great.
had no idea you were so old, Kevin. I thought you were younger than that.
David would like to know, do you prefer real trees or artificial trees?
Well, I used to swear by real trees until I started growing my own and feeling really bad if I cut one down. It takes years. It takes about 12 years to get the perfect Christmas tree. And so I started to really look carefully at artificial trees. And now, how many artificial trees do we have in our collection at Home
We
Depot?
have a lot, but you've been collecting goose feather trees.
Oh, I
or
collect
artificial- so
antique,
you've been doing it for a long
antique
time.
trees, and
Tinsel
every
trees.
year I get new artificial trees. So I have at least 3 trees in every room in my house, and outside, inside. And
There's a lot of rooms.
yeah, I have a lot of, well, there's not a lot of rooms, but it's enough, and all the hallways and porches. And there, look how pretty that looks.
Okay,
And
this
now
is
how about ornaments?
How about them?
So this is our fabulous collection.
This is
of
always so great. When you see how this is packaged, it looks so beautiful.
75 ornaments for, you won't, I can't say the price because it varies a little bit from town to town, but for a very,
great
very
value.
reasonable value. It is extraordinary.
So then you just take that, you cut
And
some wire.
yeah, use lightweight, light gauge wire and put a little piece on each ornament. These are shatterproof, so you don't have to worry about them blowing in the wind and breaking on your front door. But make sure you twist the wire really well so that they don't fall off, because you don't want them lying all over
Want a
your
red
front
one?
porch. Here, you can decorate up there too. And these just get decorated all the way around the frame. I love these wooden frames, so useful. And this, once made, will last you year after year after year. So there's no.
How do you store it? Do you like put it in a rubbish
you
bag
know,
or something like that?
You know that I have a basement that's holiday basement. I'm lucky. I have one basement that is only lined with shelves all the way around the room, and nothing but holidays down there. So I have holiday shelves for the Halloween. I have Easter. I have Christmas. Memorial Day. Is there
4th of
something-
July.
Oh yeah, 4th of July. I have a
So I
lot
do
of.
have a question. I know you're going to get to this probably a little bit later, but Sharon would like to know how much decor is too much around the front door?
I can't imagine having too much.
You can't get in.
No. If you can't open the door, that's bad. But or if you can't get out. But I put a lot on my house now. I have wreaths on every window, and I live on a farm, and there's lots of outbuildings, and I have wreaths on every outbuilding. I have lights. I have the shooting star lights that I
that's
love
always so
so
great.
much. Everybody loves those. And every year I kind of change things. I hang things in the trees. I have beautiful old apple trees, and I hang all these ornaments in the trees, and of course illuminate them with the outdoor lights. Look how great this looks.
Yeah, this really is
Yeah,
pretty.
this is going to look great. Want to just hold it up and show everybody? Look how pretty. And then of course you can also, I don't know if I have a plug right here, but oh, I guess, that's illuminated over there. So you can, this has lights right in the garland, so this can be illuminated. But add as many balls as you like and really embellish. It's a lovely project, and it's so easy, especially if you have Kevin. Oh, don't forget the ribbon.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, and we have this gorgeous wired ribbon available also, and it's indoor, outdoor. And
This is really beautiful.
you're
This
good
is
at
great.
ribbons. Why don't you make the
I'll
ribbons?
make the
Where's
ribbon.
the scissors?
Let's see, maybe they're on the floor.
Should be. Here they are.
Well,
Nope.
nope.
Here, this is
Um,
miserable little ribbon.
Is this table also part of your collection?
This is available at Home Decorators. This is the Martha Stewart craft furniture at Home Decorators, which is part of Home Depot, if you don't know. And there's
go.
you have nice. Kevin is going to make the bow.
This you could use on indoor gifts. I mean, this is really, really beautiful.
Yes, it is beautiful.
So I'm making a different one than that.
Oh yeah, that one's very niche. Let's see what you come up with.
Let's see how I do.
So Teresa
Design
said she
challenge.
missed the earlier part of the segment. Where can you get the frame?
Oh, you make the frame, sorry. And you make it out of 3 pieces. I'm not going to repeat. You're going to have to watch it again. But 3 pieces of lattice. You drill and you put them together with wing nuts. It's very easy. Yeah, that looks good.
We're
doesn't
getting
it?
there. Well,
I don't know
it's
about
gonna,
that.
It's going to take some. This one's
Okay.
kind of
Oh,
thick.
yeah, here's the wire. Here we have some wire. And I don't like that.
Yeah, this isn't working. This is. We got to do a different kind of bow.
Yes, I think you really have to do it. Oh, there's not enough on this roll for me. There's a lot of feet on this roll, but it goes fast when you're trying
It's
to make
thick
it.
ribbon, which is great.
Yeah. So I would do back and forth like this, and then you can give me some more like that.
The great thing
It's
about it is you can
graduated
straighten
in
it out.
size. Yeah, here. And go this way. A little bit bigger.
I mean, this is really substantial.
It's very nice.
And it's great that it's wired because then you can really shape it to whichever way you want.
So we have a question from Alice. If it's wired with lights, how do you cut it to size?
What?
The garland?
The lights.
You don't cut the lights.
Oh, never.
No, this is just one garland, one 9-foot garland that's already pre-lit, and so you're
Yeah, so
using
measure.
you're using. The project is designed to use that product and turn it into a project.
And that can go around like this. So you get the idea. This will go on here and be fluffed up with nice streamers.
It's
Very
really
nice.
pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So what's the next
Next
part?
thing?
Oh, mailbox.
Mailbox.
How many of you have mailboxes? I have, let me see, I think I have 3 mailboxes. I have a maple girdle, and then in Maine, so 3 mailboxes. And
4, because East Hampton has one.
oh no, you
There's
don't
not
have
one
one
in East
there.
Hampton.
No, we don't have one there. But this is a mailbox, a typical mailbox post with a nice mailbox. Now for Christmas, you could paint your mailbox dark green, and this is always red anyway. But isn't that pretty?
Yeah, I like this a lot.
And people are always saying, how can I embellish or enhance the mailbox? So we do it again with another garland.
Another 9
Same,
feet.
Yep, 9-foot garland.
Okay.
And so you can put the wire right underneath the cap of the mailbox post.
Twist it.
Yep.
You just need to make sure when you put it up that the plug is below if you're going to light
At
it.
the end,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you're going to light it.
Yeah, hide that, hide this, yeah, underneath,
All right.
hide that. I don't need that.
Let me just wire it up first and then we can
Yeah.
disguise
So
it.
Kendra wants to know, how long would you leave your Christmas mailbox decorations up for?
Until somebody takes them away, steals them. Do you have those guys with the baseball bats in your neighborhood? Oh, we have had that. They when they go around and they try to kill your mailbox. Well, please tell them not to. It's so pretty when you have it. Here, I think you should go around the top
Go to the
first.
top?
Yeah. Yeah, go this way. Yeah. Yeah, really, really wrap it. So pretty. And then again, you're going to fluff and make it look beautiful. Yeah, see how it fits just nicely?
Yep.
Wow, it looks so good.
Well, we put a lot of thought into how long it should be.
So 9 foot is the basic?
That's the best. It's the most flexible.
Yeah. It's
And then
really,
Here, I'm going to plug it in. See what happens.
look how great this looks.
And then the same wiring that you did at the top, you do at the bottom.
Yep, make it secure.
Yeah.
And these outdoor lights are outdoors, so you don't have to worry about them. And they are the kinds of lights that if one goes out, it doesn't all turn off, it stays on, so don't worry about that. The most annoying thing, they all go out and then you don't know which one is out. Oh, you know, how many
Why
hours?
do they do it like that?
There's the olden days, they don't do that anymore. Somebody got smarter finally. But look how cute, and it's not done. You still can wire underneath here, put little tiny little eyes right here.
hooks.
Yeah, no, they're not, they're sort of I don't know, I forget what you call those. What do you call those?
Screw eyes?
Yeah, screw eyes.
So
And-
Jennifer would like to know, can you use the garland on outdoor stairs or banisters?
Oh, of course. Beautiful. I do all my balusters like that, and it looks really, really pretty. But look how great it
And
looks.
Kat would like to know, can you buy these online?
You can. You can go right to HomeDepot.com and you can order all of this. But again, I caution you to buy early because it really does sell out. And these, I love these. This is the set of the oversized shatterproof collection. Look at the size of these ornaments, and they're so beautifully made. They really do look like antiques, and we've modeled them on antique ornaments from my own personal collection, Kevin's collection. We've been going to Christmas fairs forever, haven't we, Kevin?
Yes, we have.
Looking for beautiful things.
Inspiration.
And another, I think, really valuable
Large.
addition to our collection this year is this fantastic 60-inch wreath. 60 inches is 5 feet across. And I want these in the peaks of every peak of my property.
These are great. And they
Peaks
have
of the roof.
240 LED lights, and it's also
Battery. They're battery.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about extension cords and electric outlets. It's all battery lit. I
But
love
this also comes in 24, 36, and 48 inch. But this is amazing.
I love
This is really great.
And again, and this will last year after year after year. If you buy a fresh one, I know because I bought fresh ones last year that you have to throw away when the season is over. Fresh ones cost somewhere like $125 each for this size, and then they're cutting down trees to make wreaths. And this way, guess what? They'll last you forever and ever.
So we've also taken
Yeah, I
the
like this.
shatterproof and we've just put it to fishing twine and then wired it up and above.
Suspended
so
right
this is
in the
great.
center. Yeah.
I mean, this would look beautiful if someone put it over a mirror because then you'd be doubling it.
Oh yeah.
It'd
that'd
be really,
nice,
really
yeah.
beautiful.
But how nice for outside.
It's great.
Yeah.
So Cheryl would like to know, are there special hooks for wreaths? Hers keep falling off her house.
Oh, there are definitely special hooks. You can get, of course, command hooks, which do not take the paint off your house. Those are those special 3M hooks, and those are available at the Home Depot.
Those are great.
Yeah, those are. Oh, I have them. I use them on my inside of my house too, on my windows where I don't want to put screws or have paint being pulled off by some sort of adhesive that's not. I call it permanent removable, and that's the best
It
description,
really is
isn't
great.
it?
'Cause
Okay.
It will hold a lot. I mean,
It will,
for
yeah.
we used to do it for styling.
So
all the
look
time.
at this. This is a modern facade.
This-
Now, we
this-
just created this.
This, we didn't do this when we were talking
oh,
about.
wait, we forgot that.
Yeah, we should
Oh,
probably
let's
talk
go
about
back.
that before we leave
Yeah.
the Winslow collection.
Here, this beautiful urn arrangement. Now, you might have urns that you use for plants outside your front door. If you don't, you should get some because they're so pretty. But this is a lot of greenery
That's-
inserted into the urn.
That's the 10-inch kissing ball.
Kissing ball. And you buy it just like this. And that fits very nicely here.
So this is the same garland. This is the
Yeah.
9-foot garland. We
Oh,
just
it is?
wound it
Oh.
around. And then you take the ornaments like we did for the other project. You wire them and then you stick them in so it keeps them from blowing away. And they become like a pick, like a holiday
Yeah, this
pick.
is great. And this is a heavier gauge wire. This is more like probably a 30, 32 gauge. Oh, 22, okay.
And then we put in some eucalyptus and a few other different kinds of real evergreen just to kind of
So nice.
make it a little bit more festive, and you get the aroma and all of that without
Yeah.
having to kill a whole tree. And
Oh,
then
my feet are getting cold.
I'm
I'm standing in the
snow.
fake snow.
Well, since you're down there, the
yeah,
lantern
these.
project,
Yeah, these
that's
are-
available online at marthastewart.com. So
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
that's a
too.
really fun thing, and
Okay,
that
so-
doesn't have to just be for Christmas. You could have that all year round.
All right, so now this
Okay.
urn is same idea, but
Different
a very
aesthetic.
contemporary aesthetic. And this is this beautiful, beautiful wreath. It's called the Champagne Glitter Wreath. I want these on every window inside.
Yeah, they're really
These are
beautiful.
so amazing. They're so beautiful. And then the kissing bowl is yet another kissing bowl. Look. Oh,
You could actually have this as a holiday decoration for Thanksgiving and then take it
10-inch
through.
kissing bowl.
That wouldn't be so bad to look at for Thanksgiving. It's really pretty, and you could extend the use of it.
You could.
I like that. And then you can also do the same thing where you take the ornament, you wire it, and you stick it in if you want to have
More.
more is more.
Oh, we have them there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let's stick it around that.
Do some more. Oh. 22 gauge wire, just plain old aluminum wire. Oh yes, this makes it much, much more elaborate.
And with these colors, it's
Yeah.
more is better.
Yeah, that's great.
What's your favorite color
Ornament?
ornament?
These turquoises and
The blues?
yeah, I love them. And this year I'm into bright colors, primary colors. I've never thought I would go for primary, but I want tomato red and like that, and I want bright yellow.
Why? What's bringing this on?
I don't know.
I mean, I did it for the kids.
Children.
That's
The
why I did it.
grandchildren, that's what's doing it.
Whoops.
I know that. Uh-oh, look, didn't break.
Didn't break. Yeah, for last year I did it for the kids, and they seem to enjoy it.
We had a question of someone who has a cat and they want to, what do you do to prevent the cats from attacking your trees?
Well, I have cats and I have dogs, and I always, no matter what tree it is, I always take a piece of fishing line and I tie it around the top of the tree, and I take the line to a little eye hook right there, and it is always held to a piece of woodwork, always, because that way the tree cannot fall over.
Did that ever happen
Yes,
to
it
you
did,
before?
to great dismay. And the entire tree went over and broke many of my grandparents' ornaments, and I'm never letting that happen again. That's before shatterproof.
Yikes. Well, these came from the set that has 101 in it.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that great?
Yes, it's so beautiful.
It really is pretty.
Really great
Okay.
colors.
So,
And
do you
this-
remember last year, the reason I'm afraid of drills?
Oh.
Remember, we were trying to drill into the ornaments and we created the garland.
I
So
love this
people
garland.
love that idea, so we've done it again. And we've got it festooning the, is that a word, festooning?
Yes,
Festooning
festooning the doorway.
doorway, and this is our Alpine Holiday 24-inch ornament
So
wreath.
this comes just like that. You don't have to make that, but you do have to make this.
This is
And it's-
fun. This is
yeah,
easy.
if you know how to use a drill.
Yeah.
This is great. Jean said she was tired of having a traditional Christmas tree. What are some good alternatives to a traditional tree?
Oh, well, there's lots of different kinds of trees to have. So if you're not going to have your evergreen cut down tree that, you go to the Audubon Society or someplace to cut down a tree, take one of our artificial trees. At Home Depot and also at Home Decorators, we have a very big assortment of trees. Beautifully pre-lit trees. Some are glittered, some are frosted, some are plain.
Different colors.
Different colors.
And
Don't we have
different
a great
types.
white tree?
Don't
we have a pink
we
tree?
don't have
We
a
have a-
pink tree yet.
Yes, we do. I think we have a pink tree.
I don't think we have a
Oh, we
pink
don't
tree.
have a- oh.
Not yet. We
Oh.
keep wanting one.
Yeah.
But for
Oh,
someone
Alexis has the pink tree.
Yes, she has
Oh.
a pink tree, and I have a bunch of pink trees. I think for people who don't want to have a tree, though, if they don't want to have, evergreen, to get a bunch of branches and to flock them, and then to use some of our ornaments, it's still, you get the, you still have something to look at and admire,
Or
but it's
one
not a
dead
tree.
tree.
Remember the bonsai
Oh, yes.
situation?
Oh, yes.
So,
You can take a dead tree and take all the leaves off it. If you have a small one, I have a small one like about this big, and I've painted it white, and then I did flock it with, there's a special material called flocking. It looks like
Snow.
fluff, yes,
Right.
snowy fluff. And then you have a branch tree, and then you decorate it with lights. And look at all the different kinds of lights we have. These are all LEDs, crystal lights. They come in different patterns. This is the, what is this one called?
that's the crystal.
Oh, yeah, that's called, no, they're all
No,
called
the-
crystal.
let's
No, this,
see.
this is, no,
What's this
warm
one
white.
called?
They have names, they all have
So
names.
Anne Marie would like to know, have you ever flocked an artificial tree?
Yeah.
You can buy artificial trees
Trees
that
already
are
flocked.
flocked. I mean, you can do that, but just be aware that the flocking does come off,
Oh.
so you cannot, don't get freaked out by it, just get
This
the
is
vacuum
warm
cleaner.
white, multicolor, red, blue. Okay, that's what this is, and that's warm white.
And this is flicker free.
Oh, flicker free,
Flicker
good.
free. It's not easy to
Okay.
say.
And so here's another idea. Turn that little switch so you can, right there, right behind you.
Oh.
Look, now wouldn't you like to illuminate some of your windows like that? And that's very easy to do too. You just take dowels like this that you can attach right to your frame, your window frame.
Or if you have, some people have cafe curtain rods or
Oh,
curtain
yeah.
rods
Yeah, you
already.
could use that.
So if you have one at the top, if that's at the top of the window, and this is at the bottom of the window, you want to have it the opposite so that
Yeah.
it holds.
And then you just, with
then you're just going
more
up and
zip
down.
ties, just attach your lights to the dowels, and you can make it any size you want. And it doesn't hurt the wires, so this is a very handy way to do it. And so you just go back and forth, up and down. Yep,
That's what you would do.
Yep,
And
like
then
that.
secure it at each
yeah,
end.
secure it.
So it really is something you should do on the window.
Yeah.
So have this up, so the way it would be, so it's not pulling it down, and then have this one in the other direction, so it's not lifting it out of its.
Any other questions?
Yes, someone was asking about these ornaments. How many do you think you use to create the garlands?
What's
Are you using one of the 100 piece set?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 24, 48. Yeah, but is it 48, 48? It's about 100, about 120 for this one.
Perfect for.
This is a 100 piece set here.
So you'll have some left over to decorate
Yeah.
your urns.
Yeah. So that's, oh, this is only 100. That takes 120. So,
Wow.
so buy 2 of these.
Yeah. So affordable. Oh.
Look, and more.
Speaking of the garland.
Well, thank you, Anduin. Anduin, by the way, does a lot of the prep for these series that we do, and thank you so much. It's beautiful this year. Oh yeah, here's the whole thing. So we drill through the top, through the bottom, and you just use a big handmade needle out of, now what gauge is that? About 16?
About 16, yeah.
Yeah, 16 gauge. And you don't want a blue one with a blue one. You go through that end, and
Yeah,
I always go
patient.
crazy. Yeah, there. And just create like this until you get your entire garland made. Use a heavy twine like this, and it will last you year to year.
What's going to be your most, what's the newest tree design you're doing this year? Like, what's going to be the new?
Now, I just
Inspired.
got something new. I wasn't going to tell you because they're really fabulous.
You were going to tell me because you thought I'd go buy them?
No, it's
That was
just
gonna be a
so
surprise.
fabulous, yeah. It'll be a surprise. But I'm going to do a lot of Christmas decorating this year. I'm just in the mood. I'm not so much in the mood for Thanksgiving since I've already cooked. How many turkeys so far?
How many?
Oh, I don't know, so
You
many
mean
turkeys.
for press and all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, we've done so many turkeys and.
Matt
yeah.
Lauer looked like he really liked his turkey.
Oh, he
the other
did.
day.
He liked it a lot. But you know, before Christmas, and before Thanksgiving, you do so many turkeys. But Christmas, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be a
What's your
beautiful
favorite thing to
year.
eat at Christmas?
At Christmas?
Yeah.
Rack of lamb and fettuccine alfredo.
Yeah, that's the one I like.
Yeah. So look, not hard to do.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, it's really pretty. And because these are shatterproof, you can drill one end of.
What are they made of? Someone was asking before that they're shatterproof.
They're plastic. And they're great. The scale is good, so you can see it from the curb. Like if you're driving by, sometimes if you're using something that's too small, you don't get any credit for it. But something that size is really, really good.
So Sherry would like to know, how do you hang wreaths outside so they don't blow back and forth?
Well, you secure them. Again, use something like the command hooks, one at top and one at bottom, and just secure with a nice sturdy piece of wire.
But you also like the brass screw that you leave in all year
Well,
long.
because on my house, you don't see them.
Right.
I painted them out gray,
Right.
and I just put a brass screw.
But it is a good thing.
In the window frame above a window, and maybe in the middle of a storm door, so that I always have a place to hang things.
Kim was asking where are we filming that she loves the set.
Oh, right here at Studio C at Martha Stewart Living. We're
Dark out.
right here on 26th Street. Yeah, it is. It's pitch black out already. But this is a beautiful room for, this is one of our photography studios. We have 5 photography studios here at Martha Stewart Livings, where we do our magazine shoots, our TV sets are here.
This is Anduin's work. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it really is, and the sets are so beautiful.
So Jean wants to know, what is the trend this season for Christmas colors? Are red and green popular, pastels, or other color combinations?
It's all over the place, don't you think?
Yeah, I actually think that these bright colors, it's not unlike what you were talking about, wanting all the primaries. This collection is sort of, you know, when we come up with collections and we conceive of them, this one was geared more to the millennial because the enthusiasm for bright, happy colors. So I think that
Are you
that's where it's going.
millennials bright and happy? I hope so.
And are these ornaments water resistant or weather resistant?
Oh, yes, totally, totally. You can leave them out all year and nothing would happen to them. They're totally weatherproof. You're getting a lot of questions.
Okay, a lot of questions.
Wow.
Well, we have another question about, she was asking about the needle that you use to thread.
Made
It's
it
not
up out of a piece of wire. You know, you make your own needle. It's just like a giant upholstery needle, but it's just, yeah, just a piece of wire. See, and then you just
close it.
make a little needle out of it. Anything else?
Well, someone wrote, X generation is bright and happy too.
What's X generation?
X generation.
Which one is
Yeah, I
that?
guess it's probably generation X.
Oh.
That's slightly over.
Gen X.
Gen X.
But what's your favorite, like for,
You're not a millennial and you're not a Gen X, so what
what
are
am
you?
I? I don't know, what am I?
You're a middle-aged.
I'm a what?
Middle-aged.
I'm not a boomer. Are you kidding me?
No, he's not. He's a little younger than a boomer. I'm a little older than a boomer. But I consider
That's okay.
I
It's okay.
consider myself a millennial actually, because I am
You actually
right
think like
with
one.
it. And actually, I'm the one who's telling the millennials what to do.
Well, they're listening to you, that's for
Yes,
sure.
I'm telling you what to do. So artificial greenery, trees, shatterproof ornaments, all of these things are available in-store at the Home Depot and also online at homedepot.com. So
But get it now.
Yeah, get it now. I warn you. I warn you. Don't be disappointed, especially if you need like 3 collections to go around your doorways. You don't want to end up with one.
So see those bows over there? We didn't
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about
Oh,
those bows.
yeah, your favorites.
Those are my favorite. I love these, and
Didn't they come in white and silver?
they come in gray and silver, and I think these are the best things ever. And I thought, oh, there's going to be a ton of them at the Home Depot on 23rd Street. When I got there, there were
Gone?
none. So this is so cute.
Oh, and here's one of our trees too.
Yeah, yeah.
This is one of our artificial trees. Look at the nice shape. This is a tall, narrow tree for space like this next to your front door or outside.
You could keep that up all winter
Yeah.
if you and not
Someone
have
was
it be
asking,
too
do you have a
seasonal.
particular theme that you're doing this year in your home?
Well, no, every room's a different theme. I have animals. We're doing my daughter's house, which is on the farm, is pretty much the dessert house. That's where your cakes are going to be, birthday cakes. And I have a long table. It's like 17 feet long, that table. It's going to be huge. Oh, yeah, we should. That's perfect. All
different
cakes. That's
A
going
lot
to
of
be great.
December babies in your life.
Yeah, there are. Darcy, you.
Susan Magrino.
Oh, yes.
Jane Heller,
Oh, right.
Chris,
Oh,
Rita.
right. Oh, my gosh. Everybody.
Nobody else gets a cake but me.
Someone was asking if you can use the ornaments for gift boxes, to decorate gift boxes.
How
or
lovely.
wrap.
It's a perfect use for them, again, because they're shatterproof and they're reusable.
You know what you can also do? You can make napkin rings out of them. Take our ribbon, and you can use one of the ornaments.
Not the most giant
Not the
one.
giant ones, but the smaller ones, the
Yeah.
ones that come 101.
Yeah, that's
You can
right.
use those.
Yeah,
And you
perfect.
can put them on top of candlesticks to make a little tablescape. You can fill glass vases with them. I mean, there's
Well, we're
endless
going to do
things.
another Facebook Live next week.
People were just asking
Oh.
about that. So for
We're going to do another one next week, all other ideas, so you can watch and learn some more. And what we're doing is making. We are not necessarily just crafting, we are making. And I love the idea.
Making it better.
Yeah, making it better. And using all these beautiful things in a different way. So visit with us next week. Is it Monday?
Monday.
Oh, next Monday. We'll be here again at 4 o'clock.
Are we doing interior ideas?
Interior home.
Interior
Excellent.
ideas.
Holidays, yeah.
And we're, again, all these products are at the Home Depot or homedepot.com. Bye.
Bye.
Will you get it on my phone?
Are
Are we live?
Yeah.
We're so exciting, Crystal.
Like mousse, do you do it from the scalp to the ends, or?
Yeah, yeah, it's a soft mousse.
Right.
All you want to do is talk about mousse. Why do you ask about me?
Mousse is, do you say like, well, mousse is back in trend, no?
Yeah, mousse is back. Can I tell you? Some clients don't even know what a diffuser is
Yeah.
because they're so young.
Yeah, sure.
I'm like, oh my god, it's so fun to show people. Oh, Sephora, thank you for joining. Hello.
Hello.
How do we look? Be honest.
Great.
Hello, bonjour. People joining? Okay, for everyone just joining, this is the Très Chic Hour starring Christophe Robin.
And Janet Kids.
And we're talking to you guys today about holiday hair. We want to give you tips on how to get healthy hair. We've worked so hard to create these amazing lines for you available at Sephora. And we need to want to answer your questions about it. And let me make sure I can see everyone's questions on here. Hold on. Oh, good. I'm like, hi, Bryn. We look great.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at this. I'm going to sit up straight.
You have a beautiful house.
Beautiful what?
House.
House. Oh, okay. Didn't know what you said.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you for joining. And I want to start off by, I'm just going to start asking questions because I have you here at my house. This isn't really my house, it's my mom's house. But I'm going to start asking you questions because I have a few questions. I'm obsessed with Christophe. I don't think anyone understands. We have a lot of friends in common, and we just really vibed. When I met him, I fell in love with him. He's so chic. He does everybody's color in Paris. He's like the only person to go to. He's so amazing.
Thank you. Same for you.
And we just had a little party at his new salon. And it
Mhm.
was Tahitian theme for your Tahitian candle.
Yeah, that's right.
And I show up, and I thought he did it for me because I'm from Hawaii, and I saw flower lace, and I saw mango, and I saw ukuleles. It was so fun.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Love the new salon.
So I'm going to show you guys the products that I'm
Someone's
obsessed
here from Alaska.
Oh
Just
my
had to call it out.
goodness. Stay warm out there. So this is the Prickly Pear Balm that I use all the time. You guys have seen this in my Snapchat breakdowns because I'm obsessed. My husband was just here. He uses it as well. And it's amazing because you can use it on your hair and your body and your nails, basically everywhere. And I am obsessed with this, like right out of the shower, I basically just like lather this on everywhere. But for girls who have like really, really, really dry ends, I sometimes after I get my color done and my hair's a little bleached, I'll put it through the ends just to like add shine. And
And
kind
it's
of
a great treatment. It's only
it's
just
so
to add
nice.
shine.
Wait,
It's a
can you
great
get
treatment.
close on this?
Someone's talking about how her hair is so damaged from hair dye.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, look at the difference. Can we discuss?
Whoa.
Isn't it pretty?
you know, there's a great thing.
What does it smell like? Sorry.
It smells like you know what's weird? It smells like so clean and fresh. It smells like a baby when it's like first like washed and wrapped.
Yeah, yeah. It's the same smell we use in every Prickly Pear product. Prickly Pear seed oil is a great oil. 4 times more antioxidant than argan oil. It's made out of the seeds. It's very artisanal. It costs $1,000 per liter. So that's why this mask is expensive. But it's so emollient, so fine.
It's a mask, right?
No, that's this one. This one, it's a balm, but this
Okay.
one is a mask. And this one is so emollient and so powerful. Then you can put it onto your scalp. Usually, masks when you put them onto your scalp, it weights your hair down. But this one, in 2 minutes, it's going to go deep into your scalp, regenerate your scalp. So good for your hair, especially if you have fried hair because you've been coloring it too much.
Let me ask you something, because I tell clients sometimes, I'll say the night before you go to get your hair bleached, before you get highlights,
Sure,
everything,
sure.
I tell clients to sleep with a mask in their hair the
Yeah.
night before. Is
Best,
it okay?
best is vegetable oil. So when you get before doing your makeup, you're going to spend a lot of time taking care of your skin.
Yeah.
It's the same thing before you color your hair. A lot of colorists everywhere are so scared to put oil before coloring. oil, it's emollient. It's
And it
even
helps to
helping
feed the
product.
hair before you strip it.
Yeah, and it's even helping the product to get inside your hair.
Now, what about your lavender oil?
Yeah.
Can you put this in your hair the day before you
this
get
one
color?
is actually meant for that. I did it more than 20 years ago. It was one of the first vegetable oil because there are tons of oil on the market, and most of them are minerals. So they look good, they avoid the frizziness, but they don't get inside your hair.
Okay.
This one, before coloring, it's just, if you have dry hair, it should be the product you should put onto your hair all night, once a week before washing your hair.
Okay, Morgan Clark wants to know, how do I get my blonde highlighted hair to grow?
Your blonde, because for sure, most of the time when you go to hair salon, they do so much highlight, and at first you have the contrast, and after as you do so much highlight, no more contrast, it's becoming uniform. So choose a colorist that will touch on your regrowth, you know, not always adding everywhere onto foils the highlight, because after it's breaking,
Right.
and it doesn't grow anymore.
But let me ask you something, because I think clients always struggle with they don't get the right color or their hair's breaking, and they go to different colorists. Don't you think it's smart to just like stick with the same person?
Well, if it's good, stick to the same person.
Yeah.
Sometimes women, you know how they are. They want something
They
they
get
can't
emotional.
get,
We
and
get
they
very
can't-
crazy about our hormones
Yeah.
and our hair.
Yeah.
Don't you notice that clients,
Yeah.
like when they go through a breakup or they lose a job,
Yeah, sure,
or after
sure.
baby, they're like,
Yeah.
do something drastic.
Yeah, but we love them. That's why we try to be in empathy with them and try to find always a good solution.
But sometimes you have to talk them off the
But
ledge.
imagine if you would come to my salon and say, you know, I'm sad, I want to be platinum blonde. I
I'm
would say
sad.
to you, you're nuts. You know, it's not
Yeah.
going to make you more happy because it's going to be such heavy maintenance.
You'd probably tell me to go to a therapist.
No.
Instead.
I would find a good solution for you, but I believe you look good how you are.
It
But-
says Stacy Nanez asked, "What does the balm smell like?" I think it's prickly pear. So
No,
it's
it's
your
not the smell of
signature.
prickly pear. The real smell of prickly pear smells bad, actually.
Ah.
That product is 99% natural, but I had to put a perfume. And as we can't put any more essential oils, it's an artificial perfume, but that's the same perfume we have in all the prickly pear seed oil. But it's true, it's very powdery,
Yeah.
and it works for both masculine and feminine. Look, your husband loves to put it on. And
I know
love to put
he's
it
a
on
bit
my hair all
he's a
the
bit
time.
feminine, but he does like it a lot. Okay, wait. So tell me something. We didn't really answer. I don't think we answered her question though about how do you get your blonde hair that's breaking? How do you get it to grow? What would your suggestion be to that?
So when they do the highlights, they just have to do the regrowth, just the roots, not touch at the ends. And once a week, you should sleep with vegetable oil, such as my lavender oil, and wash your hair with non-detergent product. If you use, how would you wash your silk shirt or your cashmere sweater with a detergent? You know, you can't do that. So you have to use shampoos who doesn't contain any harsh sulfate, such as my cleansing mask with lemon. I did that product 20 years ago. It wins every award. It's still one of the best cleansing masks.
I want to ask you. Michelle Donald is asking about light brown hair color. What's the trend right now in Paris?
Oh, to say in Paris, there are no trends anymore. Thanks to all those social medias, everybody express themselves and want to show their personality.
Is balayage still popular?
Yeah, because they like low maintenance. You know, if you do highlights all the way, every 3 weeks you're going to have to do it. But if you work it like Giselle a little bit, like sun-kiss effect, you're going to do it with pleasure, not because you're forced to do it. So you're going
We have to like give props to France, you guys. I mean, Way was really based on like the effortless model off duty, the girls in France who are just cool, effortlessly cool. They always like have the best shoes, the best bag, but they don't look like they spent so much time on their hair. But even color trends came from Paris. Like
true.
the balayage. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone says it's like surfer, but I think it's like the French girls who have those sun-kissed tips.
We have
Really
two
cool.
awesome questions. One is any dandruff solutions?
Yeah, dandruff is a real issue.
Yeah, dandruff's hard.
Yeah. First of all, eat well. That's the best thing to do. Eat well. Watch your liver because your scalp is linked to your liver. But the sea salt scrub, look, you don't have any dandruff when you swim into the sea. I made a product called the sea salt scrub, flying out of the shelf, and it contains sea salt, and there's something made out of oat that goes deep into your scalp and nourishes it, hydrated it, and that's removing dandruff. And you should alternate with my how do you call it? Purifying shampoo. And with that, it's more effective than zinc, which is not so healthy. to avoid dandruff.
It's so good, you guys. That's in my shower. If I took you guys upstairs, you'd see it. It's in my shower. I use that once a week just to
But
like.
you should do it after you do your hair color, because when you do your hair color goes into your hair, but it goes into your scalp. Most of the colorists, after they rinse, they do a silicone shampoo on the top of it. All of the chemistry.
Is that a gloss?
No.
Color gloss?
No. But when you do a color, it goes into your scalp, and after you have itchiness at night.
Right.
So you should remove all of the residues left onto your scalp. And the sea salt scrub, at first, it was made only for the professional. But
I love it.
Yeah.
Honestly, you guys, it's funny. When I opened it, I was like, oh my God, is this going to leave like little like particles in my hair? It washes out, but it makes your scalp just feel amazing. It's so
And
good.
it stays clean. Once again, low maintenance. You don't have to wash your hair.
Oh my God, it smells so good. I want you to make a candle of this smell.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells so lovely.
We'll do it for you.
Oh, you will. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we'll
Heard
do
it here
it for you with
first. I get the
pleasure.
first one.
With pleasure.
Okay, so wait, somebody else just asked a question about
Haircuts for curly hair.
Haircuts for curly hair, and her name is Rachel Martinez. So I right now I'm loving that model Iman Haman. I love her hair because it's like she's embracing her curls. I'm obsessed with diffuser. We have a great mousse for curls to kind of enhance it. But I love when curly hair girls cut a longer fringe.
Yeah.
I think
But
it's
how
so
do you
chic.
put the mousse? Because they never know. Do you put it after washing your hair? Is your hair need to be dumped in water, or do you should dry it a
Towel
little
dry.
bit?
So towel dried hair, shake the can. People don't think about shaking the can, but you have to. So basically, I like to just use like a dollop of it
And
on
serviette?
damp hair.
In serviette?
On serviette.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
A towel.
Oh, so basically, like I will go and put it through from damp hair from root to end, and then use a diffuser. Sometimes I'll even use my hand, and I have my little Dyson hair dryer. I can't reach it.
I can have long arms.
And I'll take my hair and I'll just kind of grab it and blow dry into my hand for like 10 seconds.
And you
let
let
it
it
go,
cold. You let it cold, no?
and I leave it to dry on its own.
Yeah. But you don't, as you should, you don't put it too much onto your scalp, actually.
Well, I would if my hair was damp.
Yeah.
Right now it's
Yeah.
dry, so I didn't.
Yeah.
But when it's damp, I do. You can put it root to ends. Yeah.
And after, do you put something to fix it, or you just leave it like that? The
It
pomade,
depends.
do you use the pomade?
Can I tell you something? If my hair is feeling like it's a little too fluffy, because I sometimes get very, very fluffy, I'll show you how I use the pomade. I actually take a little dab of it. And my husband actually stopped using this because of your product, so I want to thank you.
But this one is matte, so maybe for the boy, you should go back
He
to
has
this
very
one.
thick hair, so he has to have like something with a little bit more shine. Anyways, the matte pomade I'll take and I'll just like rake through the ends to kind of break it up and give it that like cool girl pieciness.
Yeah. Everybody
Especially
wants
with
to
girls
have-
with layers too. It's like
yeah.
best to show off your layers by using something like that.
Rachel says, thank you.
Everybody wants to have your kind of hair right now.
Really?
Yeah, they just
Do they
want to.
specifically say Jen Atkin?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
because they see your face all
So
over.
hard, you guys, to be a fashion and style icon. That's so funny. Okay, but I want to ask you a couple other questions about the line. I know everyone's asking. This is hard. Like Morgan Clark said, no, sorry, that was the wrong question. People are asking about like what's the best color for them, but it's kind of hard. This girl Claire
It
Lou,
would take me 5 hours.
she
to
said,
answer.
"I'm super tan, I'm Asian, I have black hair. I want to change my hair color, but I don't know what to do."
Yeah, she said usually nature does a good job. If you have dark eyes, don't go too blonde. Or if you're young, for sure, you can play anything you want. But it's going to be too
What
much
age can you
madness.
stop playing?
I believe you can play between 17 and 30 years old.
And then once you're 30, you're done.
At 30, you should try to look the freshest as possible and around your features, around your natural thing. And when you get after 45, 50, you should try everything to look a little younger. But look, it's like for makeup. If you're 50 years old and you wear so much makeup, you're going to look much older.
True.
It's maybe the time where you're going to put the nude makeup and try to. So same thing for hair color, don't you think?
I'm
Don't you
panicking.
agree?
I'm thinking about my age right now. What am I going to do when I'm 40?
No, but you're still 22,
That's actually-
so you can.
Somebody's asking, she's a mom of 2. She's asking the best haircut for long, thick, frizz-prone hair.
For long, thick, frizz-prone hair.
It's Melissa.
Here's the thing, Melissa. You want to work with your natural hair texture. So if you're wavy, go with a cut and a style that works with wavy hair. If you have really, really straight hair, go with more of a blunt cut. I'm not mad at a lob. I still think that short hair is in. And if you're a mom of 2, cut off all the long hair so that you have like less hair to deal with. That's my advice.
Yeah, and my advice is to feed this hair. This hair, become very thick and all of that. So they need natural oil. They need a lot of care for them to calm down a little bit and to be a little bit more heavy.
Here's a question from Letty Caballero. How often should you wash your hair to keep the color longer and healthy?
When you wash your hair, people never rinse the shampoo enough, First of all, the best tip is to wash your hair upside down. Like this, you're going to reactivate the blood circulation. And it's not so ecological, especially here in California. But you should rinse like crazy until there's nothing left onto your scalp. Like this, there is no coat of product onto your scalp, and your scalp can breathe. And like this, it's not greasy again. Remember, greasy hair is one of the first causes of hair loss. So fight the greasy scalp, fight it, and you should wash it the minimum. You should really do everything to not wash your hair too often.
Can I give you my little tip for dealing with greasy hair?
Sure.
So I personally get really oily, my face, everything. So for my wash routine, this is something that people don't think about. I wash with 2 different shampoos. So I'll use our volumizing shampoo. It's not here, I'm just showing you guys that we have different types. But I'll use the volumizing shampoo at my root, and then I'll use our repair shampoo on the ends to balance it. Because people don't understand the hair at the end of your head is a lot older and more brittle than the hair that's at your root. So that's something to think about.
Okay.
All right, guys, so if you're just joining, I'm Jen Atkin, this is Christophe Robin. We're talking about all things French and all things chic.
Yeah.
Somebody named GN is asking, what can I do about my wavy curly hair being flatter at the top and the bottom being bigger? And she said it looks like a big triangle.
That's for John.
Flatter at the top. Well, first of all, if you're flat at the top, you probably need to start with Christophe Robin's scrub at your scalp to make sure that it's super clean. You can get it as fluffy as you can. But I would say if you get super triangled, I'm kind of triangled right now. Should I be offended?
No, that looks good.
Okay.
But maybe
I would say layers around your face. Like open it up a little bit. Like so there's movement so that you don't feel like you're focusing on this. If you have like some like short pieces around your face, it'll make it feel like,
because if
feel a
it's
little
too
fresher.
heavy, I believe it's going to be like a triangle if it's too heavy. But a little layers all around will give more volume. It will equalize the volume everywhere.
Yeah.
You can put on the roots to my rose mist.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah.
I keep saying this, but I use this all the time.
Yeah, but you see, people do that. They put that on the roots because it's safe for the scalp, and they put the mousse onto the length, and that really works.
That's what's so fun about our line, you guys. You can mix and match.
Yeah, sure.
And I get sent every product under the sun, and I'm very picky about what I use with my clients. And I have to say, like, when you guys, before I even knew you sent me some of your products, and I was obsessed. It's so well done, and it works really well, and it smells good, and everybody's like such a fan of it.
No, we work very hard on the formulation. Some of them are there since 20 years, and the formulation never changed. My goal was always to have product that would stay on shelves forever. Not to do things just to do things. It's not my concern. I'm more of an artisan.
Yeah, I love it so much. Okay, so wait, let me ask you something. First of all, do you like my hair?
I do.
You do?
Yeah,
Do you like the color?
Sure.
You don't feel like you would lighten it a little bit?
No, but I
Could
would
you lighten it a little bit?
I would fight the brassiness like crazy with
Oh, yeah,
one of
you're
my
brassy.
shade variation care. Like even that pure blonde, which works so well. Even
I
onto
could use
your
this?
Sure, onto your hair. Maybe leave it half an hour instead of 10 minutes.
Okay.
To avoid brassiness, and like this, it's not going to go dark. Or you can even mix it with the ash brown.
So I can use this
To see
as
that.
a mask.
Sure, because it's a mask. There are a lot of tinted shampoo on the market.
Oh, so it's like a purple.
Yeah, but they grab where it's porous. Based on a mask, it's like a foundation for your skin, full of burity oil. You put it on the length after your shampoo, let it sit for half an hour, you'll be very happy.
Christophe, you just saved everyone a trip to the salon. That's amazing. So what colors does this come in? It's baby blonde.
Yeah, baby blonde, gold blonde, ash brown. I adore the ash brown. When you color your hair and your brunette and it turns mahogany, usually you see that you're covering your gray, so it looks old. That Parisian look everybody loves.
I love.
When it's even ashy, but naturally ashy, you use the ash brown.
I love it.
Lots of curly hair questions, right?
I know, I noticed this. You guys, I'm so
because
excited.
they're difficult to maintain,
We
right?
just launched our curl shampoo conditioner, and it's so crazy how, like, we just got flooded with so many requests for curls.
That's smart.
And we took a lot longer to make that product because I know that, you know, for curly hair girls, it has to be very, like, specified. You know, you don't want something that makes the curls, like, too crunchy. You don't want something that makes it, like, super weighed down. It has to be, like, in between.
You want the perfect curl, and most of the time, the usual curl is not so curly, it's just a beautiful wave.
Yeah. Somebody just wrote me, Kathy Ward says, yes, best haircut for curly hair for an older woman with a round face.
Depends.
Curly hair, older woman, round face. With round, I don't like to go above the collarbone because then I feel like it just rounds you out even more. So I would say keep the length below the collarbone. And again, like I think just maybe cutting into it. I'm trying to think of someone who has amazing longer curls. Like Mary Kate Olsen in like the early 2000s, she used to have like a side part and these curls that were like just above her chest, and it was so chic. I used to love that haircut.
And for older women, I don't know what you think, but me, I don't like it if it's too short. I believe you lose a lot of sensuality.
Like, here is nice, in between. Yeah.
And
Not too long either.
Yeah.
Because then you look like crazy.
And remember, there's nothing more sexy than when a woman is going to put her hands into her hair. That's something that's not sexy anymore.
Elizabeth DeScrischio is saying, I'm a mom of 4 and I've been doing the DIY hair egg mask and coconut oil mask to help my hair grow. I had it very long, but I got it cut and now I regret it. So any advice on how to help it grow faster? I have to say, I think people believe that your hair grows faster if you do topical things to it. I think it's best if you do things internally. So like taking a hair vitamin, taking fish oil, something like that. But you can't like put a magic potion on your hair to make it grow.
And so there's something too, the stress is going to make you like that. The scalp is going to be tense onto the scalp. The blood circulation is going to be bad. So before you go to bed, take always 1 minute to really move your scalp to reactivate the blood circulation. That's a simple mechanical trick to help your hair grow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think also just to make sure that you're keeping your hair healthy. So I know you said you're doing DIY masks and that might be working for you, but we have a treatment mask. He has a treatment mask. I feel like you should definitely go to Sephora and get one of our treatment masks and really make sure that you're nourishing your hair and keeping it, you know, as healthy as possible. Because if it's breaking at the end, it's never going to grow.
Yeah, right.
Christoph, someone's asking if they should shampoo their hair the night before getting it colored.
No, never.
Okay.
Never, because the natural grease of your scalp is going to protect your scalp from the chemistry, even if the product now very secure. It's a kind of an aggression, so never wash your hair even 2 or 3 days before coloring it.
Somebody's asking, Sarif Rasuli says, what do you use for dry hair? I personally we have a hair oil that I like for really dry hair. For girls with fine hair, it works as a treatment as well. For dry hair,
Oil, the oil is the best, always. People are always scared to put oil onto their hair, but that's why that works in generation all over the world. So you don't have to put a lot, you know, you can't look like you're gonna, you know, but just put a little bit, brush it with a good brush to let your hair absorb all of that oil, and you see if it's very dry, after half an hour, your hair will absorb the oil.
and then also we have a wave spray that has rice protein, so there's no alcohol in it. So you don't have to be scared if you have dry hair to try to get texture and body throughout your hair because it's not going to dry it out. It's literally like you just went into the beach and you came out and your hair dried and it has like more body, but it doesn't get sticky. So I would definitely suggest that as well. And pre-blowout, you can use the wave spray.
Yeah, you have fabulous styling product. I don't do styling product because I'm too bad about that. So
but you can't style your hair if your hair is not healthy. So I feel like you're helping for the color to look good and you're helping us to get healthy hair.
True. The color, you know, the less you do it, the better it is. So use good products to maintain your color. Like this, you won't have to do it so often. Like all of those gloss they do in America, every 5 minutes you do the gloss because your hair you oxidize. Do good treatments, you won't have to do a chemical gloss anymore.
Crystal Peralta just said, I love your accent, and I'm not sure who she's talking to. It's you or me. Well, we'll just leave it.
It may be mine. I'm happy she understands what I'm saying with my terrible English.
We both say thank you.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Now let's see, Shruti Dewan, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. She said, I got a reaction when I got a gloss treatment. What else can I do for my dry and my gray hair? What would you suggest from your line?
You can, if you have a lot of grays, my shade variation care will never tint them. But try organic color, try vegetable color. But know that there are a lot of the market who are lying. The real vegetable color is the one you're going to mix with hot water. So maybe it's going to have to sit for an hour onto your hair, but as soon as in the box you're going to have to mix two things, it's not totally vegetable. Read the composition and use only the one that you have to do with warm water. Sorry for my English.
It's beautiful.
Perfect.
Nora Dale's asking, I have thick curly hair and as I'm getting older it's getting frizzy. What can I do? And when I straighten it, it's frizzy. I would suggest you can try our curly hair shampoo and then you can use Christophe Robin's prickly pear mask. And see if that does the trick. Your own little personal prescription. Okay, so let's see. Let me ask you this. Sarah Martin Del Campo says, what shampoo and conditioner do you recommend for girls with color-treated hair?
Shampoos with no detergents, so shampoos with no SLS, shampoo that doesn't lather. Once again, you can't wash fragile hair color with something detergent. It would remove the artificial pigment. So I know it's a little bit more work because you have to work it. It's your hand, it's not the detergent. And you have to emulsify, add water emulsify, such as my cleansing mask with lemon. But no detergent in your shampoos, that's for sure.
Ray Nenza is asking, what hairstyles are trending right now? I would suggest going to Main Addicts. We have a whole collection of like trending haircuts for different hair types. But I notice clients bring in a lot of pictures of like Lily Aldridge is still very popular when it comes to hair trend. Hailey Baldwin, which she cut her hair shorter. A lot of people love Hailey's bangs. I still get a lot of like Gigi and Kendall references for haircuts and Jennifer Lopez. What about you?
Yeah, I'm so bad with haircut, but what I see in France is that they love bangs. You know, because it's a beautiful frame to your eyes. It's like, you know, when you work your eyebrows, but a beautiful
Do the French call it fringe or bangs?
Frange.
Frange.
Yeah, so you say bangs.
Frange is in, just so you know, guys. Holiday hair, it's all about frange. I do, yeah, people, I know in the UK they say fringe. We always say bangs.
Bangs,
yeah.
But difficult to maintain, and if you're curly and all of that, difficult to maintain. So do it if only your hair can accept it. Ask your hairstylist, because if not, it's going to be a trouble.
I love curly bangs, though. I love when girls will cut their hair and leave the curl. I think it's so chic. It's very fun.
Sure. But you have to have a lot of hair.
You do, yeah. But if you don't have hair, go buy it. You can get extensions.
Yeah, right.
It's 2016, people. Let's talk. Let's see. What products would I use? Morgan Clark's asking, what products would I use to let my hair air dry? It's dry, frizzy, and color treated. I would suggest to let it air dry. You have to really hydrate. So again, that goes back to hair health. If you can use your shampoo conditioner, makes a huge difference. What do you like for dry hair out of your line?
The cleansing mask with lemon, and after my hydratant sandalwood, which is a living day cream. It's like water. It's not greasy at all. It goes deep inside your hair because it's nano dispersion. You avoid the split ends, and if you let it dry like that, it's going to help the wave to be in the right way. But it's not a styling product, so. Maybe you can use this one too.
Yeah, I made my whole collection is all about letting your hair air dry. Do we have a finishing cream anywhere? I'd love to show everybody that. So
What's this one called? Just
this
hair
is
oil.
actually the hair oil, but I would suggest if your hair is dry and you want to let it air dry, I love our finishing cream is like lotion for your hair. It basically like masks the damage and it makes it so you can be the girl on the go and you just throw it in. It doesn't make it look like greasy at all, but it just helps to make it look like hydrated and healthy. Also hair oil. That's like your best friend too. But I think just working with your natural texture, you guys, this rose spray, honestly, it's like one of my favorite to get volume because it does not leave any residue. It's gonna literally just like make your hair just feel like fuller, fresher, and it's really amazing because I've used this when I've done like air dried looks. I've used this a lot. Love it.
It's simple formulation. Simple formulation, 96% of rose water. Some roses work like acid hyaluronic, so it's pumping the hair, doesn't leave anything around your hair. There's 4% of baobab leaves extract, so that gives a little body, and a teeny salt.
Let me ask you this. Devin West says, what's the best way to protect her blonde hair from the sun?
Yeah, right. Blonde becomes very porous, so it's going to grab everything. It's going to grab all the residues and it's going to affect the quality of your hair. So once again, when you go to the sun, people are scared to put oil onto their hair, but it's the best way to feed your hair, to protecting it. It's never going to fry your hair. So my lavender oil is really meant to, when you swim, you're at the beach, you're going to put that on, you're going to do a little chignon, you're going to swim. As soon as you get out of the sea, you're going to rinse your hair very well and add some more all day.
All right, I found the finishing cream, guys. This is from my personal kit. That's why it's so dirty. But I love this stuff. The finishing cream is basically it's gonna give you. I feel like we need to pull some of our people in here so I can show what it does. Will you come in here, Brett? I need to just show everybody here watching. My beautiful model. Will you introduce yourself?
I love that.
I'm Brittany. I'm Wiz, Director of Digital.
So come and have a seat, and she's now my hair model. That's what's fun about working with people, that you can just pull in to do stuff like this. So if you see, Brittany has really pretty blonde hair, but I want the ends to look a little bit more, I don't know the word, I want it to look a little bit more healthy.
Healthy, that's
And
the word.
just, yeah, I want it to look a little bit healthier. So if you can see the difference, between a matte and something that just, it's like lotion for your hair. You guys can see the difference?
Great for men too, no?
It is. It's really good for men,
I'm going to put some on my hair.
especially men with long curls.
No, I'm very curly.
Christophe, someone has a
No.
question for you.
No.
What's the best shampoo for hair that doesn't cause your tips to fall out?
Yeah. Cleansing mask with lemon, any shampoos without detergent.
Okay.
I'm going to show you guys also, sorry, this is crazy. I want to show you guys also how the matte pomade can be used on wavy hair. You have wavy hair. That's your natural wave, right? Mm-hmm. So if she didn't have this natural wave, you guys, I would suggest using our mousse and the diffuser, the Dyson diffusers, and the diffuser. Google it if you don't know what it is. Google it. But just taking the diffuser, some mousse, and getting that natural bend on medium heat and a medium setting, airflow setting, and just letting your hair get its natural bend.
But Jen, that's something that they never know, is that they have to warm it up and let it cool down.
Yes, there's a cool shot button.
Because that's how it grabs
So
the
smart.
wave.
Yes, it's
They
so
never
smart.
know that, so they warm it up and after that.
And then they leave it,
Yeah, it's
and
too
it falls.
early.
Yeah. It's best to do that cool shot for even 10 to 15 seconds just to let it cool down. It's like making a souffle or something. All right, let me just show everybody how it kind of can be used to separate the curls and make it just feel a little bit more like that cool French girl. Look at, we're turning her into a French woman as we speak.
But you say crème de coiffage. I love that each time it's in English and French.
I know. We did that because, we had to because we're in France and in Canada. But I love how it looks because the line is way is based off of the casual way of saying yes in French. You say it better. Instead of we, you say
Ouais.
ouais. And I just had to borrow that.
But I love that it
The
doesn't
French
look
people.
dirty. Some of the
Yeah.
styling product makes your hair dirty and you feel you have to wash your hair 2
Totally.
hours after. And it looks so natural and it looks shiny and
How
not
lucky
dirty.
are you, Brittany? You get to have the both of us touching your hair today.
You're better than I am.
No, that's not true. So this is the matte pomade on this side, and then this is the mousse. The finishing cream on this side. I want to put mousse at your roots, can I?
Yeah,
It's okay? You have such pretty hair already. All right, do you have any other questions?
Someone has curly, frizzy hair. What can they do to prevent their hair from frizz to not be oily?
I feel like frizz is a big problem, huh?
Don't you have some kind of serum?
We have a
or-
treatment mask that we will tell people with frizzy hair to use as a conditioner. It comes in individual sachets. You can use half of it if you want. You don't have to use the whole thing each time. But I would say if you have really frizzy hair, try using the treatment mask.
What about if you have thin, frizzy hair? Same thing?
Hair oil for me, I would suggest. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some serum with silicones. I don't like silicone, but there's some serum with silicone that works against frizzy because it's going to avoid the humidity of the hair to grab into your hair and to curl again. But do good treatments before applying the silicones because if your hair is so fragile and porous, the silicones are going to grab and they'll never go away and will never let the good ingredient go inside your hair. So sometimes remove the silicone, go back to zero, and after do a good treatment and after use again the silicones.
Brittany's my model. I'm snapping right now. I want to snap Sephora. We're snapping.
They
We're
wanted to
snapping
know
in a Let's Facebook Live.
They can use the finishing cream on straight hair as well.
Yes, you can.
True.
The finishing cream is really great, you guys, if you want to do like any sleek looks like right now. Okay, Brittany, you're good. Great. Thank you. Thank you to our beautiful model. The finishing cream and the hair oil is really great if you want to get those like sleek bun looks. Instead of using like a lot of people use gels and heavy products, I like using like soft, like the hair oil, your lavender oil I've used to do like really sleek ponytail looks. And the
And it's a
finishing
good
cream is
treatment at
great.
the same time, so you do
Honestly,
everything at the same time.
This isn't, we're talking holiday hair and winter hair, but for summertime, I tell every client, I'm like, you guys have to find time to do the treatment mask when you can. So if you're going to a spin class, put in a treatment mask, put it in a bun or a braid, and do your spin class and then wash it out. Or if you're getting a massage, put the mask in your hair.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
What about giving volume to thin hair?
Oh, his volumizing spray.
And your mousse.
Just saying.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. That's your combo.
And there's a trick now about styling too. Because when you have fine hair, the more you're going to warm it up, the never. I'm a terrible hairstylist. I'm a good hair colorist, I think, but a terrible
No,
hairstylist.
you're right.
And
People tend to get a round brush and they go
too
in.
much.
And even when you get your hair blown out at the salon with fine hair, a lot of hairstylists are just programmed to sit you down. So use our wave spray, use Christophe's volumizing spray, and just build your hair like you would cotton candy. You want to use a Mason Pearson brush and like a medium, at the most, a medium heat setting.
And stay far
And
away.
I like to flip the head upside down and just brush with the Mason Pearson to fluff it up and then work with it.
Yeah.
Where can you guys buy these products?
Get it at Sephora. You can get it at Sephora. You know where to go. You're on Sephora's page right now. So you guys, I feel like we should probably wrap it up because I know you have a million things you have to do today. He's visiting all the way from Paris. But thank you for coming
Oh,
to my
thank
house.
you, Sephora.
Sephora, thanks for being here.
And
It was
thank
so
you,
fun.
Jill. Thank you for your friendship and the wonderful product.
We
and
both love each other, and it's so exciting for me to be on the same shelf as Christophe's line
me
because
too,
I think
me
you're so
too,
amazing.
Me
So
too.
there's so much love in the room. Bye, you guys. Happy hair health. Happy
Bye-bye.
holidays. It's almost